Hello and welcome back to Irish Chippy channel. My name is Pascal. Today I am going to show you how to replace the blades in electric planer. Well, not planer, planer thicknesser. And this model is probably arguably one of the best you can buy. It's the 2012NB from Makita, made in Japan. And I have it for 5 or 6 years, I'm not sure. I have never changed the blades, I swapped them. The blades are completely different than most other ones. The setting of them up is a cinch. It's so easy to set them up. If you like this video or any of our other videos, please click subscribe. These are genuine blades. They are made in Japan, and these are the original blades. And as I said, it's the first time I've changed them. I have swapped them around once. So you have to prepare yourself before you start changing them. When you originally bought your planer thicknesser, you would have got something like this came with it. And what was in it is 2 magnets, an Allen key, and a wrench. Right? Now, if you lost your magnets and you lost your wrench, you can still use a normal magnet. Actually, I have changed, when I changed these around before, when I took them out to clean them before, I didn't use the magnet before. But I will show you how to use the magnet and how the correct way to do it according to Makita themselves. So the first thing you do is you take off the plate here. And once you take off, of course there's no power, but once you take off the plate, you activate a brake. As I said, these are genuine. There's another brand called ASIG. I am not going to comment on them because I don't know how good they are or how not good they are. Get yourself a little piece of wood, just a nice piece of soft wood, just for putting the blade on top of. Be very careful when you're putting these blades in. They are extremely sharp and they're HSS high-speed steel. When you are fitting the blade, you start in the middle, tightening out like you would with an engine. Well, not exactly with an engine, but so you clean up the place when you're doing it. And I'll just do one here first. You see, this is in position here. It's locked. To unlock it, you press this one. So when the guard is on, then the blade can move around. But the blade cannot move around when it's locked in place. So do you hear the click? So make sure it's locked in place. Makita recommend you don't use anything other than their spanner, but I think if you have a socket set, you will be able to get by. And so we'll just proceed to take off the blade. This is called the chip breaker. You'll be familiar with that term on your hand plane as well. The chip breaker is sprung downwards when you tighten these, so it holds the blade in place. But I will show you in 1 minute, and I'll try to show you up close and explain to you why we use the magnets, and by using the magnets makes it so much easier. Now, if you like, you can put the magnets on it now so that you don't have to handle the old blade. So I'll just put a magnet on it here like that, and the other magnet on here like that, and then I lift it up by the magnets, and then my blade is out. To release the blade, then I'll just take away the magnets. Can you see that? So I just lift that up and the blade comes out. And this blade has done thousands of board feet. It's still fairly sharp, but the new one, it needs a new one now after that many years, or a new pair I should say. So we'll take out these. Be very careful with the new ones. Are going to be extremely sharp. What Makita recommends is that you put the blade onto a piece of wood like this. Now, I didn't do this the last time I done it, but they say put your blade down there. There is a flange along here that sits into the groove that's on the blade. Okay? When you have it, you will see how easy it is. And then we'll put this down onto this like this. And then you make the gap on the same on each side, which is less than 1 millimeter. And then I will get my magnet, and I will put my magnet between the last two and between the front two. And we put, the magnet is shaped like this. Like that. And we put a magnet here. Like that. When you do that, you can pick it up by the magnets like this. And our blade is in our groove, right? We can see our blade is in our groove. And we're in our groove here. Yeah. So we then just pick up the, we hold it up by its two. Don't hit the edge of the blade off anything if you can avoid, if you can help it at all. The reason that they're using the magnet is because down here you can't get your hand down there holding the blade, and it just holds it into the groove temporarily for you. Then you can check the blade. You can see the blade from here that it's fine. You can, looking down, you can see the blade is even all along. And then we will proceed to tighten. Fairly tight, but not. Don't put a crowbar or anything on the end of this. Now that's tight, because the spring on the plate is holding the blade. We have one done, then we will go and proceed to do the other. You press the button down here and turn this around and just check to make sure it's correctly in position. And it looks good to me. So we go around and we'll do the next one then. So that's the second one in now. I skipped there through. You don't want to. It's the exact same procedure as before. And again, I will check the blade. I will move it around here. Make sure it looks like it's in the right position. And then what we will do is we'll put the guard back on. You're putting the guard back on. Make sure the guard is going to be pushing down the brake on it. And I usually put these two on at the same time, so they'll line up perfectly. Every now and again you're supposed to put the oil on the chain in there. I think I've only done it a couple of times. I'm going to do it later today now because... So you tighten these in as usual. The next thing you would do is you put on your goggles and you will start the machine to make sure it's okay. It's just a procedure I have. You don't have to do this, but when I change something, I put a head shield on me, and when I start it up the first time. So I'll just put this on, and then I'll start it up. I'll dim the sound for you. So that's my blades change. Tip I will give you, I will keep these blades in case I hit a nail or something with them where one of these gets broken. These are still working. They may not be as sharp. You cannot really sharpen them. You can clean them though. I've cleaned them before and I got good performance after cleaning them. That's why when I took these out of the packet, I took them out from the end so I can push them back in here. And this is my first time doing this. Well, not my first time changing the blades. It's my first time changing to new blades, and we will put them away. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's a little bit on the longer side, but it realistically, if you're doing it the first time, will take you 20 minutes, but it's not a thing you do very often. So take your time and make sure it's done right. And if you think if you think the blade is not in correctly, just do it again. Use your magnets. And if you don't have the magnets, you can put a normal magnet onto it. It'll magnetize the plate, the chip plate that will stick it to the blade. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing to this channel.